All right, let's talk about a magic trick. But not just any magic trick. We're talking about a multi-billion-dollar sleight of hand happening in Minnesota. And to understand it, we're going to look at it through the eyes of one of the wildest artists who ever lived.
So it all starts with this idea from the master of surrealism himself, Salvador Dali. He said that mistakes are sacred. You don't fix them, you don't erase them, no, you sublimate them. You turn them into something completely different. It's a really cool idea for an artist, right? But what happens when that same idea gets used in politics? Well, that's when things get interesting.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking. What on earth does a painter famous for melting clocks have to do with a massive financial scandal in the middle of America? It sounds completely nuts, I get it, but stick with me, because the connection is, believe it or not, kind of brilliant in a very strange way.
And hey, before we pull back the curtain, I want to give a quick shout out where it's due. This whole explainer, the ideas, the framing, it's all based on a fantastic article called The Dali Defense, written by Norbert Gostishaw, or Bob, with some help from Gemini AI.
Okay, so let's dive right in. What exactly is the Dali Defense? So let's just cut through the fancy art speak. To sublimate, at least in the world we're talking about today, is basically performance art. It's taking a huge, colossal screw-up, and instead of saying, oops, you stand back, admire it, and try to convince everyone it was actually your masterpiece from the get-go.
To really get this, let's look at a real-world example. We'll start with the opening act, a smaller but still pretty jaw-dropping trick, the mystery of the missing sandwiches.
So here's how the story was supposed to go. A nonprofit group called Feeding Our Future gets hundreds of millions of dollars in government money. The mission seems simple and super important. Use that cash to feed hungry kids during the pandemic. So far, so good, right? But then, the magic happens. The money that was meant for kids' lunches started to, well, sublimate. As you can see, what started as a plan for sandwiches for kids somehow turned into Ferraris and mansions. The goal and the result couldn't be further apart. So, where did all that sandwich money actually go? Well, federal prosecutors allege it was magically transformed into things like luxury cars, fancy houses overseas, and a whole lot of expensive jewelry. It seems instead of feeding the future, the money was feeding some seriously high-end lifestyles.
Now, here's the kicker. While this might be a fascinating example of the Dali Defense in action, the FBI didn't exactly see it as a work of art. They saw fraud. And because of that, dozens of the artists behind this particular performance piece are now facing some very real prison time.
But you know that first trick? That was just the warm-up act. Now let's get to the main event. A trick so big it's hard to even wrap your head around it. We're talking about a $9 billion oopsie. Just look at that number, $9 billion. That's a 9 with 9 zeros after it. That is the estimated amount of improper payments and potential fraud that auditors found in Minnesota's Medicaid program, a program that's supposed to be helping the sick and the elderly. So how on earth does $9 billion just get rearranged? Well, the source material points to a few creative techniques. Things like paying for services for people who didn't even exist. Or fraud tourism, where people were allegedly driving in from other states just to get in on the action. It was apparently a nationwide free-for-all. And now, for the grand finale. After the money disappears, what's the next part of the trick? You guessed it, the political vanishing act. See, when a mistake this massive happens on your watch, you've basically got two paths you can take. Path number one, you own it. You apologize, you admit you messed up. Or there's path number two, the Dali Defense. You reframe the whole thing, you maybe blame the people who were rude enough to point it out, and then you make a dramatic exit. And on January 5th, Minnesota's Governor Tim Walz made his choice. He announced he wouldn't be running for re-election. And this announcement just happened to come as all this scrutiny over these giant financial scandals under his watch was really starting to build. But of course, it wasn't framed as, hey, things got out of control. No, it was sublimated into this beautiful piece of political poetry, transitioning into a new phase of servant leadership. As the source article points out, that's pretty much politician speak for walking off the stage when things get a little too hot. So, after all the disappearing money and the disappearing politicians, what are we supposed to take away from all this? What's the moral of this big, surreal magic show? And really, this is what it all boils down to. In the real world, for you and me, if you make a mess, you're expected to clean it up. You break a toy, you say you're sorry. But in the wild world of politics, apparently if you break a $9 billion toy, you can just call it sacred and take a bow as you walk off stage. Which leaves us with one last, really important question to think about.
When a mistake isn't corrected, when it's just called sacred and turned into a political masterpiece, who's actually the one left paying the price? That's something worth thinking about, long after the show is over.